Psalms chapter 73, verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Kol haloyim la, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakahakadash. Double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that taught us this truth that rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and to the 1/3 men, women, and children of Israel, and to the Israelite foreigners who has the appearance of the heathens, but their lineage, their seed line from their fathers, goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom. This is the brother Hawashai Abadia, GMS Chicago. And I want to title this video something along the lines of Google AI identifies whites as the so-called whites, the wicked of the earth. Something along those lines, right? And what inspired me to do this video is I saw an article where Harvey Weinstein, he was acquitted or something of that nature, right? And so, matter of fact, let's get that article. Harvey Weinstein, I think he was acquitted or something. Come on, man, let's get to the... Yeah, here it is. Harvey Weinstein won't face a fourth trial on a New York rape charge. Okay, it says the lack of progress in these cases show how in America power resides with the very rich. Okay, so he just what you say, he just walked away maybe. I ain't finna get all into it, but everybody know the so-called self-proclaimed white man, all right, and he's a small hat, Weinstein, all right, he's a small hat, Amalek, right? And what I did was I went to AI, all right, and I typed in AI mode, right? Here it is, I already had it queued up. So I read Psalm 73 and 5, right? And I asked, can Psalm 73 and 5 apply to white people, right? Which they're not white, all right? That's why we say so-called. They're the red Hebrew Edomites. They're red. Their blood shows forth through their skin, all right? They're either going to have a orange type complexion, all right, like DJT, or pink, okay? Which orange and pink is a derivative of red, okay? And we know, like the picture show that I, got up in the, in the thumbnail that I have above the scriptures, it tells you that Esau is the wicked, man. All right. When they get mad, they turn red. They're the real red people. Anyhow, it says, yes, Psalm 73 and 5 can absolutely apply to white people. And this is your platform, man. Google. All right. This is why they want to take over. Hey, one of those Rothschilds said, was it Rothschild or Rockefeller? I'm not sure, but one of them said the internet was the worst thing that could have ever been created. Why did he say that? Because it reveals them. All right. Everybody didn't know. Everybody thought Satan and the devil was some person, some monster looking creature in a red suit with a pitchfork in hell all day poking people, man. All right. You didn't think that self-proclaimed white people was the devil was so-called white people, man. You think of Tom Cruise. I grew up in the late 70s, early 80s. You thinking Tom Cruise, Superman, He-Man, all right, Hulk Hogan, the president. All right, hey, they laced you up with Cesare Borgia, who they call Jesus. Hey, you thought these people couldn't do any wrong, man. And now they're being revealed in the last days as the wicked, man. Thus saith the Bible on their platforms, man. So here it is. Yes, Psalm 73 and 5 can absolutely apply to white people. The Bible is an ancient text long written before modern concepts of race existed in Scripture. Hey, and it was the nationalities of people. The Bible tells you that in Genesis chapter 10, right? And Esau, he covered the nationalities of people and put color on everyone, man, so he can run and hide from his lineage. Because hey, everybody know about the prophecies of Edom, man. Principles of justice, wealth, and behavior apply universally to all humans, regardless of skin color, right? The context of Psalm 73 and 5. In this verse, the writer Asaph laments they are free from common human burdens. They are not plagued by human ills. All right, ill mean bad time, right? It says he is talking about the prosperous wicked. All right, who faces all over the money? Edomites. Who named the lands after themselves? The Edomites. Okay, Psalms 49 and 11 tells you that. All right, it says he feels frustrated because people who exploit others, act arrogantly, and ignore Yahweh seem to coast through life with perfect health. They live to like Harvey Weinstein, like 90 something, man. Okay. What that devil Clive Davis just died. He was like 94 or something like that. Hey, they live off of Jake's organs. It says, coast through life with perfect health and financial security, avoiding the daily struggles that common people face. Why and how this applies to white people, which they're not white. White and black is a social construct that started in 1681 in Virginia, right? You can apply this verse to white individuals or any group of people in two specific ways. Social economic privilege, because they love to say, oh, you blacks, you're racist. Hey, well, blacks, so-called blacks, Israelites, so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, we don't have any banks. We don't have any tanks, right? We can't redline a community. Only thing Israelites can do is just call you names. It says in a modern text, someone might look at systematic privileges or wealthy demographics, which in Western societies often historically favor white populations. I mean, everybody know this, though, you know? It's just beautiful to see it, their platform telling on them, and feel the same envy or frustration Asaph felt. All right. The verse perfectly describes the bitter feeling of watching people who seem protected from society's harsh realities. All right. And they, you know, it keeps on going. Look at this. It says it just gets better and better. It says the verse acts as a warning to anyone, including white people. All right. Now we know our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they've joined on to this devil, man. All right. Any entertainer that you see or so-called black that's very successful, hey, they had to do something wicked to get that money and keep it, man. All right. Doing all kind of nasty rituals, man. It said who enjoys comfort. That is the boule. All right. That's who it is. The boule, man. It says black boule. Who enjoys comfort, power, or wealth, but uses it to abuse or look down on others. In verses 6 through 9, Asaph notes that this lack of trouble leads to wealthy to wear pride like a necklace and use violence against the vulnerable. All right. So, damn, I got to get this too. It says the ultimate meaning of the chapter. If you feel discouraged by the unfairness described in verse 5, the rest of Psalm 73 provides the resolution. And that's what the elect is going to be looking for in the last days, man. Judgment, man. Hey, what does Romans 11 and 7 says? Israel have not obtained that which he seek for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded, man, which is the truth about this devil, man. All right. And we see him unraveling in his kingdom right now. His woman is against him. They're divided. The scripture says a kingdom divided shall certainly fall. And we know this is Satan's kingdom because Satan means adverse of righteousness. How is this kingdom rule? Totally contrary to the holy scriptures, man. And the elect, all right, hey, the hopeful elect, we call ourselves the hopeful elect because we don't know if we're of the number. That's why we have a trembling, healthy fear of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, who you people ignorantly call God and Jesus, man. All right, that he keeps the spirit on us to endure, all right, and to see the fall of our enemy, man. We want to see the world ruled in righteousness, man, not in this wicked manner that it is, man. Okay. It says Psalm 73 provides the resolution. So our people can't see. They still think they have Stockholm syndrome, where they see the so-called white man as their friend. Now, here's where the spirit comes into play now. You have Israelites that has the appearance of so-called white people. All right. They're Israelites. And you have Israelites. We've been scattered to the four corners of the earth. All right. We're going to look like the 17 other nations, man. There are 18 nations, and we're going to look like the 17 other nations, all right, through your father's line. All right, just had to get that out there. It says later in the chapter, Asaph enters Yahweh's sanctuary and realizes that the easy lives of the wicked are an illusion, right? Hey, what did Hebrews 11 say? Moses pretty much didn't want to be called the grandson of Pharaoh, man. Roughly paraphrasing, right? It says their wealth and comfort place them on slippery grounds, man, and we see it. We see their fault. They're falling. Physical or social advantages are temporary, and everyone will ultimately face the same divine accountability and judgment, regardless of race. All right. Hey, we tell 2/3 of our people that's linked up with this devil, hey, if you don't repent and be converted, you're going to get the same destruction he's going to get. The only thing the rest of Israel, all right, the 2/3, they'll be born again in the kingdom. You're going to be born again one way or the other, either on this side or through, or you're going to be burnt through the fire, man. That's coming to America. All right. Babylon the Great with the nukes. So now, and I'm going to read those chapters. So I now asked another question. So I'm going to ask another question. So does this mean Job 9:24 apply to whites also? Let's see what it says. Question mark, so you don't get no confusion. Bam. Yes. Job 9:24 applies to white people in the exact same way, universal moral way, just like Psalm 73:5. This text addresses a global human reality rather than a specific racial group. So they love to try to save Esau, talking about global human. No, man, Esau, Edom, self-proclaimed white man, he got stewardship of the earth, man. All right. Matter of fact, let's go to Job 9:24. All right. Yeah, they want to. All humans are evil and wicked, not just one particular. No, man. He's the ruler of the earth, man. All right. He has stewardship over the earth. All right. This fellow right up here. It says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. He paint his face as everybody in the scriptures, man. All right. If not, where and who is he? And I went to Catholic school in Chicago, man, at Archdiocese, and everybody in the scriptures is a so-called white person except for Judas. Okay. So let me read this again. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he, man? A rhetorical question, right? Now let's see when he got his blessing. Let's grab Genesis chapter 27, verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? And we're living in his blessing now. This is his heaven. All right. And heaven means rulership. Okay. You got three different definitions of heaven. You got the heaven where Yahweh Shai, where they dwell. All right. Then you have the firmament, where outer space and all that. the sky, right? And then you have a rulership, which is your heavenly rulership. Like, right, what the saying in the world goes, the white man's heaven is the black man's hell. Well, hey, this is getting ready to flip around, man. Just like this, the story of Lazarus in the in Luke chapter 16. All right, it says Esau said to his father, "Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, oh my father." And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Because believe it or not, Cain, Esau is the reincarnation of Cain. Okay, so it says, and Isaac, his father answered and said unto him, "Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, which is the best of everything, and the dew of heaven from above." Right? And Esau is he's in his kingdom, man. All right. This is why the law, statutes, and commandments aren't being executed in the earth. And look, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. This is why you're the topic of conversation, you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because they know in the back of their head, they got that we got the blessing. We got all the gifts, right? And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. That is very parallel with Cain and Abel, man. All right, and we come in the stead of Abel. We're coming with that righteous sacrifice, man. All right, well, Cain, he came with sacrificing fruits or something madness, man. All right, so as we see in the pickup here, they're the Edomites, man. The Greek way of saying Edom is Idumea. Okay, what Yahushua in Psalm 63 said he's coming back. Dye garments from Basra. Basra is a main city in Edom, man. Look at that, the red dragon. They're the old Roman Empire, man. That old serpent, that same spirit that's in the serpent in the garden, man, is within Esau, man. All right, Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, they are the human counterparts of Satan, man. He works through a nation of people, and that's them, the seed of the wicked. All right, the eagle, Rome, Grecians, all right, the Greco-Roman Empire, the beast, which is what? The EU, the NATO, all right, the serpent devil. Okay, so now we read Job 9 and 24, right? I'm going to go back to the Psalm 73. So now it says the context of Job 9 and 24, right? It says in this verse, Job is grieving his immense loss and states. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, well, who is he then? Job is crying out about systematic injustice and corrupt leadership. He observes that wicked people often control the world's wealth and power, while the legal and justice systems, the judges, are blind to the truth. No, they going off with that. Cover the faces of the judges mean he covered the face of the true judges, man. Starting with Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, man. All right. It says allowing the corrupt to get away with their actions. Okay, and they do that, you know. They pay off judges and all that kind of stuff there, you know. It says how this applies to white people. You can say Job's observation to white individuals or systems in two major ways. Corrupt authorities, and we know this whole place is full of corruption. If white individuals, leaders, or institutions use their power maliciously, all right, rape, robbing, and pillaging everybody for their natural resources, right, exploit others, or blind the legal system to protect themselves, they fit Job's description of the wicked who have been handed control. Bam. All right. And what they do, they take peace from the earth, like it tells you in Revelation 6 and 4, right? So let's grab this real quick. Malachi 1 and 4. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Right. They were chased. Jake so-called Negroes chased them into those caves, man. All right, and that would be the beginning of the Byzantine Empire, which you would call the Dark Ages, the Middle Ages, right? And they dwelled there for like 1,000 years, man. And then Jake started ruling all of Europe, man. This is why you have those relics that Putin put on display, right? But guess what? They came out of those caves, all right? And the Lord put us down through the bubonic plague, what they call it, the Black Plague, all right? The Lord took us down. And we were wicked during that empire too. It says, thus said the Lord of hosts, right? They shall build, but I will throw down. And what is that they said they're going to build? The Renaissance. All right. Renaissance means rebirth. Rebirth from what? Rebirth back to that old Roman Empire when you were up in them caves, man. All right. The Lord had them on walking on all fours, ooga ooga, drinking soup out of their grandmama's craniums. All right. Caveman, Captain Caveman and son says, thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And now we're in this last leg of the Roman Empire. All right. Just look around. And Rome got their influences from Egypt. All right. So all you got to do is look at the layout of Washington, D.C., look at the back of your dollar bill. Hey, this is Rome and Egypt all over. This is spiritual Egypt we're in. Spiritual Sodom, like it says in Revelation 11 and 8, right? It says the what? Border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation forever. All right. And indignation means righteous anger. All right. And he's being revealed. All right. So let's grab a couple of real quick out the Psalm 73, because, hey, we can go all day. Psalm 73 and 1. Truly, Yahweh is good to Israel. All right. Even to such as are of a clean heart. And this is a miracle. The Lord has given us the secrets on these devils, man. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. And all of us had that mindset, man. These devils just winning. The wicked of our people just winning because they linked up with the devil. It says, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. I just read that they got the blessing of the sword, which is the modern day gun, and they're military. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued as like other men. Therefore, pride, we're in Pride Month now, right? Pride compassed them as about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment. Here it is. America's 250 years old, and they've been at war for like 200 and what? I think 20 something years, 90 some percent of the time they're in war. All right. They've taken peace from the earth, man. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully. They set their mouths against the heaven because they have a God complex, right? Trying to watch you through AI. All right. Trying to set up their new world order through technocracy, man. Trying to set up a digital Roman Empire now, a digital Renaissance. And their tongue walk through the earth. Okay. So I want to jump real quick down to 17. I started 16. It says, when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of Yahweh. All right. Then understood I their end. And this is the good news. It says, surely thou didst set them in slippery places. All right. Because they really losing sleep, man. They see us prophesying. They know their end is coming. Thou cast them down into destruction. How are they brought into desolation as in a moment? They are utterly consumed with terrors. All right. So they losing sleep, man, and they're being revealed through the Holy Scriptures, man. And I'm going to end it off with these set of scriptures here. 2 Thessalonians 2. Hey, because the same nuclear weapons that they developed, hey, they're going to be used on them. Hey, American allies, their EU and NATO allies, they're going to shoot missiles on them. And America got their missiles going to hit them in Israel. All right. It's going to be one one big what's that you call it in wrestling, man? A brawl, pretty much, with all the nations, but it's going to be with nuclear weapons. Okay, this is why the only way out is up. The Yahweh Shai, okay, is going to come in the chariots, which you people ignorantly call UFOs, and save the elect. All right, what's that? Isaiah chapter 26, verse 20. All right, and it's only about the elect, according to Matthew chapter 24, verse 30 and 31. The Lord is only coming to save his elect first and foremost. That starts with the 144,000, 12,000 men from each of the 12 tribes, and then the multitude, men, women, and children. So through the Holy Spirit, watch this, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord Yahweh shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which is the prophets. All right, the Lord put his words in our mouth. All right, many scriptures says that. All right, Isaiah 59 and 21, one of them, right? And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him who is the coming after the working of Satan with all, it says him, right? Whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Is AI. AI means fake intelligence, man. That's a lying wonder, his technology. And watch this. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth. This is why people hate truth, man. All right. But hey, the truth is the gospel, and gospel mean good news. Good news for who? The elect. That's why this message is for everyone, that they might know, that they might be saved. And for this cause, Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they shall believe a lie, that they might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in righteousness. All right. So, Lord willing, the point was made. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Shalom.